Greetings to all of you. Life is not about reaching somewhere. It is about how you journey through it. The journey requires one vital ingredient: consistency. Consistency is not a gift or a natural talent. It is a conscious choice, a discipline you must force upon yourself until it becomes your nature. Why force? Because the mind, left to its own devices, is a wanderer. It seeks comfort and avoids challenge. But true growth comes when you willingly step beyond what feels easy and embrace what is necessary. To be consistent is to harness the chaos within and direct it towards a higher purpose. You cannot plant a seed today, uproot it tomorrow and expect a tree to grow. Similarly, without the discipline of consistency, the seeds of potential within you will never bear fruit. Repetition is a concept that often gets misunderstood. People think of it as boring or monotonous, something devoid of creativity or excitement. But in reality, repetition is one of the most powerful tools for mastery and transformation. It is the foundation upon which skill, strength and success are built. When you do something repeatedly, you are not simply going through the motions. Each time you repeat an action, you are engraving it deeper into your system, physically, mentally and emotionally. Take any skill, whether it is playing an instrument, mastering a sport or excelling in your work. The first few attempts might feel clumsy or awkward. But with each repetition, the movements become smoother, the mind becomes sharper, and the process becomes second nature. Think of a sculptor working on a block of stone. The first strike of the chisel may seem insignificant, but with repeated strikes, shapes begin to emerge. Over time, what was once a shapeless rock transforms into a masterpiece. Repetition is like those chisel strikes. It carves away your weaknesses and refines your abilities, layer by layer. It's important to understand that repetition is not about mindless activity. If you repeat something without awareness, it can lead to stagnation. True repetition is mindful. It involves being fully present with the action, observing it, refining it, and improving it every time. This is how mastery is achieved. Not by doing something many times, but by doing it better each time. Nature itself thrives on repetition. The sun rises and sets every single day. The seasons follow a predictable cycle. Rivers flow endlessly over rocks, and over time they carve valleys and canyons. There is nothing dull about this repetition. It is what sustains life and shapes the world. If nature can embrace repetition as its rhythm, why shouldn't we? Repetition also builds resilience. When you commit to doing something consistently, even when it's difficult or uninspiring, you train your mind to endure challenges. It's easy to act when you feel motivated or excited, but true strength lies in doing it even when you don't feel like it. This is the essence of repetition, showing up again and again, regardless of the circumstances. So, do not underestimate the power of repetition. It is not a hindrance to creativity, it is its birthplace. Every great dancer repeats their steps 1,000 times. Every great musician plays the same scales for hours. Every great athlete runs the same drills relentlessly. And every great thinker revisits the same ideas, deepening their understanding with each exploration. Repetition is not a burden, it is a gift. It gives you the opportunity to improve, to refine and to grow. Embrace it with awareness and intention, and you will find that it transforms not just your skills, but your very being. Motivation is a wonderful spark. It can ignite enthusiasm, fill you with energy and push you to take the first step. But the truth is, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like waves in the ocean, unpredictable and inconsistent. If you rely solely on motivation to achieve your goals, you will find yourself stranded during the times when that energy fades. This is where discipline becomes not just important but essential. Discipline is the engine that keeps you moving forward even when motivation runs dry. Unlike motivation, discipline does not rely on how you feel in the moment. It does not care if you are tired, uninspired, or overwhelmed. Discipline is the quiet, steady force that reminds you to act, no matter the circumstances. It is not flashy or loud, but it is dependable, and dependability is what gets things done. So, when you are motivated, everything feels easy. You wake up ready to tackle the day, brimming with excitement. But what happens when you are not motivated? What happens when the task ahead feels boring, frustrating, or daunting? These are the moments that test your commitment. Without discipline, it is easy to give in to excuses and abandon your efforts. But with discipline, you act regardless of how you feel, because you understand that consistency, not fleeting inspiration, is the key to progress. Think about it. Anything worth achieving in life requires sustained effort over time. Whether you are building a career, cultivating a skill, improving your health, or deepening a relationship, these endeavors demand regular, intentional actions. Discipline ensures that you take those actions day after day, even when the initial excitement has worn off. It is the foundation of perseverance. Discipline is not about being rigid or harsh with yourself. It is about creating habits and structures that support your goals. It is about recognizing that your feelings are temporary, but your choices have lasting consequences. When you develop discipline, you free yourself from the tyranny of emotions that pull you in different directions. You become the master of your own actions rather than a slave to fleeting moods. Consider this: an artist does not wait for inspiration to strike before they pick up their brush. A writer does not wait for the perfect idea before they sit down to write. They show up and do the work, knowing that creativity often emerges from the process itself. In the same way, you must train yourself to act, even when you don't feel like it. The act of doing creates momentum, and that momentum often rekindles motivation. Discipline is also a form of self-respect. When you commit to something, you are making a promise to yourself. Keeping that promise, even when it is difficult, strengthens your sense of integrity and builds confidence in your ability to follow through. On the other hand, giving in to excuses weakens your resolve and erodes your trust in yourself. When you commit to excuses, weakens your resolve and erodes your trust in yourself. It is important to remember that discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you cultivate. Start small. Set realistic goals and create routines that align with them. Be patient with yourself, but also hold yourself accountable. Over time, discipline becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a part of who you are. So while motivation may light the path, it is discipline that carries you forward. Discipline ensures that you act not because you feel like it, but because you have chosen to. It is the steady, unwavering commitment to your purpose. And it is what turns aspirations into achievements. When you embrace discipline, you no longer need to wait for the perfect moment. You create it. Celerity is a rare and powerful force. Most people move through life without a clear sense of direction, reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. They have vague ideas about what they want, but lack the precision to turn those ideas into reality. This is why setting clear intentions is not just important, it is transformative. An intention is more than a goal. It is the foundation upon which your actions are built. A clear intention acts as a compass, guiding you through uncertainty and keeping you aligned with your purpose. Without it, your efforts become scattered, like trying to fill a bucket with water while it leaks from every side. Clarity of intention seals those leaks. allowing your energy to flow directly toward what truly matters. Setting clear intentions begins with understanding what you want and, more importantly, why you want it. Superficial desires rarely sustain long-term effort. When your intention is rooted in something meaningful, it fuels your actions with a sense of purpose. Ask yourself, what drives you? What is that drives you behind your goals? Once you uncover this, your intention becomes not just clear but powerful. Clarity requires specificity. It is not enough to say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. What does success look like to you? What specific actions lead to happiness in your life? The more detailed your intention, the easier it becomes to create a plan and measure your progress. Without specificity, your efforts can feel aimless, and aimlessness breeds frustration. Intentions also require alignment. It is not enough to declare what you want. Your actions must reflect it. Many people set intentions that are in conflict with their habits or choices. For example, someone might intend to improve their health but continue indulging in behaviors that undermine it. Setting clear intentions means not only identifying your goals, but also ensuring that your daily actions support them. Once you have clarity, it is crucial to write down your intentions. There is something profound about putting your thoughts into words. Writing solidifies your intentions, making them tangible and harder to ignore. It transforms vague ideas into concrete commitments. Review them regularly, not as a chore but as a reminder of your focus. Substance becomes another aspect of clear intentions is the ability to prioritize. Life is full of distractions, and not everything demands your attention. When your intentions are clear, you can distinguish between what is essential and what is not. This helps you say no to distractions without guilt, because you understand that every choice you make either moves you closer to or further from your goal. Setting clear intentions also requires self-awareness. You must be honest about where you are right now and what it will take to reach where you want to go. Sometimes this honesty can be uncomfortable. It may reveal gaps in your knowledge, skills, or discipline. But clarity is not about judgment, it is about understanding. When you see the truth clearly, you can address it effectively. Clarity in intention also brings resilience. When challenges arise, as they inevitably will, your clear intention serves as a reminder of why you started. It helps you stay anchored even when the path becomes difficult. Without clarity, it is easy to lose motivation at the first sign of hardship. With clarity, you see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to strengthen your commitment. Finally, setting clear intentions is an act of empowerment. It shifts your focus from what you cannot control to what you can. You may not have power over every external circumstance, but you always have the power to set an intention and act on it. This realization is liberating. It reminds you that your life is not shaped by chance, but by choice. So, take the time to set clear intentions. Reflect deeply on what matters most to you, define it with precision, and align your actions with your vision. With clarity, your energy is no longer wasted on distractions or doubts. It becomes a focus force capable of creating meaningful and lasting change in your life. Discomfort is a natural part of life, yet most people spend their days avoiding it. They seek ease, convenience, and familiarity, believing that these will lead to happiness. But the truth is, growth and transformation rarely occur in comfort. It is in moments of discomfort that you discover your true strength, stretch your limits, and become the person you are meant to be. Discomfort is not your enemy, it is your teacher. It challenges you to move beyond what is known and step into the unknown. The human mind is wired to resist anything that feels difficult or uncertain, but this resistance is precisely what holds you back. When you embrace discomfort, you step into a space where real change becomes possible. Think about any significant achievement in your life. Did it come easily, or did it require effort, perseverance, and moments of doubt or struggle? Whether it's learning a new skill, building meaningful relationships, or pursuing a dream, the most rewarding experiences are often those that demand the most from you. Discomfort is the price of progress, and it is always worth paying. To embrace discomfort, you must first change your perspective on it. Most people see discomfort as a sign that something is wrong, that they are on the wrong path. But in reality, discomfort is often a sign that you are exactly where you need to be. When you feel challenged, it means you are pushing against your boundaries. And boundaries are where growth happens. Imagine a muscle being strengthened. When you lift weights, you create micro tears in the muscle fibers. It is uncomfortable, even painful at times. But this process is what allows the muscle to rebuild itself stronger than before. Your mind and spirit function in the same way. Discomfort breaks down old patterns and beliefs, making room for new growth. One of the most important ways to embrace discomfort is to stop avoiding failure. The fear of failure keeps many people trapped in their comfort zones, unwilling to take risks or try new things. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a step on the path to success. Every failure teaches you something valuable and brings you closer to your goal. When you accept this, discomfort becomes less intimidating and more empowering. Discomfort also teaches resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges will come whether you invite them or not. When you intentionally seek out discomfort, you train yourself to face adversity with courage and composure. It's like building a shield, not to avoid hardship, but to stand strong in the face of it. Each time you choose discomfort, you strengthen your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. It's important to note that embracing discomfort does not mean seeking pain for its own sake or putting yourself in harm's way. It means choosing the path that challenges you even when an easier option is available. It means waking up early to walk on your goals even when your bed feels inviting. It means speaking your truth even when it's uncomfortable. It means doing what is right even when it's not easy. Discomfort also brings clarity. When you step out of your comfort zone, you see yourself and the world more clearly. You discover strengths you didn't know you had and confront weaknesses you've been avoiding. This self-awareness is invaluable. It allows you to grow not just in skill, but in character. Another gift of discomfort is gratitude. When you challenge yourself and push through difficult times, you come to appreciate the moments of ease and joy even more. Discomfort teaches you to value what you might otherwise take for granted. It deepens your sense of gratitude for both the journey and the destination. You achieved your capability. The key to embracing discomfort is to start small. You don't have to climb a mountain on your first day. Begin with manageable challenges that stretch you just beyond your current limits. Over time, as you build confidence and resilience, you'll find that you can take on greater challenges without hesitation. Ultimately, discomfort is not something to fear, it is something to welcome. It is a sign that you are alive, growing and evolving. It is the price you pay for a life of meaning and fulfillment. So embrace discomfort with open arms. Step into the challenges before you, not because they are easy, but because they are necessary. In discomfort, you will find your strength. In discomfort, you will find your courage. And in discomfort, you will find yourself. In the pursuit of long-term goals, it is easy to overlook the small milestones along the way. People often get so focused on the big picture that they forget to appreciate the smaller steps that lead them there. But these small wins are not insignificant. They are the building blocks of progress. celebrating them is not just a way to feel good, it is a crucial part of maintaining motivation, building momentum, and reinforcing positive habits. When you set out on a journey toward any significant achievement, the road can often feel overwhelming. The distance between where you are and where you want to be may seem impossibly large. But when you break it down into smaller, manageable steps, each step becomes an opportunity to move closer to your goal. Celebrating those steps reminds you that progress is being made even when the ultimate destination is still far off. Small wins act as markers of achievement, signaling that your efforts are paying off. These wins, however modest, provide validation for the work you are putting in. They remind you that success is not a single event, but a series of consistent actions over time. Every time you reach one of these smaller milestones, it reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed and strengthens your resolve to keep going. The act of celebration itself creates a positive feedback loop. When you acknowledge your small victories, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This natural reward system not only makes you feel accomplished, but also encourages you to continue the behaviors that led to the win. Over time, this creates a cycle of motivation and action, where each win propels you forward to achieve the next one. Celebrating small wins also shifts your focus from what you have not yet achieved to what you have already accomplished. This shift in perspective is powerful. Instead of being weighed down by how far you still have to go, you begin to appreciate how far you have already come. This sense of progress can be incredibly energizing, especially during moments when the journey feels particularly challenging. Acknowledging small wins is also a way of practicing mindfulness. In a world that constantly pushes you to think about the next task, the next goal, or the next challenge, taking a moment to celebrate a small victory brings you back to the present. It allows you to savor the process rather than rushing through it. This mindfulness not only enhances your overall well-being, but also helps you stay grounded and focused on the journey. Small wins are also a testament to the power of consistency. They remind you that even the smallest efforts, repeated over time, can lead to meaningful progress. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine for a week, completing a chapter of a book you're writing, or learning a new skill, one step at a time. These small accomplishments are proof that steady effort produces results. Celebrating small wins is not about bragging or becoming complacent. It is about honoring the process and recognizing the value of incremental progress. It's a way of telling yourself that your hard work matters, even if the world doesn't always notice it. It's a private acknowledgement between you and your efforts, a moment to pause and appreciate the journey without the pressure of external validation. Sometimes a small win may not seem worth celebrating because it feels insignificant compared to the larger goal. But these small moments are what pave the way for bigger achievements. They are the moments when you prove to yourself that you are capable of showing up, putting in the effort, and moving forward, no matter how small the step may be. There are countless things in life that demand your attention, but not all of them deserve it. The commitments that truly matter, the ones that align with your goals, values, and long-term vision, cannot be treated as optional. To succeed in any endeavor, you must make those priorities non-negotiable. This means setting a standard for yourself that is unwavering, no matter the circumstances. When you decide that something is non-negotiable, you eliminate the option to waver or compromise. You remove the mental tug-of-war that comes with indecision, procrastination, or excuses. It's no longer a question of whether you feel like doing it or whether the timing is convenient. It becomes a commitment that you honor, regardless of how you feel or what challenges arise. Making something non-negotiable begins with understanding its importance. If you don't truly value the goal or commitment, it will always feel negotiable. This requires clarity and introspection. Why does this matter to you? What will it bring to your life? When you connect deeply with the purpose behind your commitment, it becomes easier to treat it as a priority that cannot be compromised. So, treating something as non-negotiable also requires setting boundaries. The world around you is full of distractions and competing demands on your time. If you don't protect your priorities, they will be pushed aside by less important matters. This might mean saying no to things that don't align with your goals, or creating a structured routine that leaves no room for negotiation. Boundaries are not about isolation. They are about focus and intentionality. Consistency plays a significant role in making something non-negotiable. The more regularly you honor your commitment, the stronger it becomes. Each time you show up, even when it's inconvenient or difficult, you reinforce the habit and build trust in yourself. Over time, this consistency transforms your commitment from a decision you have to make into a natural part of who you are. Making something non-negotiable often involves redefining your relationship with excuses. The mind is skilled at justifying why something can wait or why now isn't the right time. But when you treat a commitment as non-negotiable, excuses lose their power. You stop entertaining reasons for why you can't and start focusing on how you can. This shift in mindset is crucial because it turns obstacles into challenges to overcome rather than barriers that stop you. Another aspect of making something non-negotiable is accountability. When you hold yourself accountable, you create a system of checks and balances that ensures you stay on track. This could mean setting clear metrics for success, keeping a journal of your progress, or even sharing your commitment with someone you trust. Accountability helps you stay committed, especially during moments when your resolve is tested. There is also a level of discipline involved in treating something as non-negotiable. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades or when distractions seem more appealing. It's about doing what needs to be done, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. This kind of discipline doesn't happen overnight. It's built through consistent effort and a conscious decision to honor your commitments. Making something non-negotiable is a powerful way to prioritize yourself and your aspirations. It sends a message, both to yourself and to the world, that this matters and that you are willing to do what it takes to see it through. This level of dedication creates a sense of momentum and purpose that carries you forward even during difficult times. It becomes a statement of self-respect, a declaration that you are serious about your goals and that you value the process of working toward them. The act of making something non-negotiable requires a mindset shift. It's about moving from a passive approach where you hope to get things done if circumstances allow, to an active stance where you create the conditions for success. This involves planning ahead, anticipating obstacles, and being prepared to adjust as needed without compromising your commitment. In the pursuit of any meaningful goal, the path is really straightforward. It is filled with challenges, distractions, and moments when motivation fades. However, by setting clear intentions, embracing discomfort, celebrating small wins, and making our commitments non-negotiable, we lay the foundation for true growth and success. These principles are not mere strategies, they are mindsets that shape the way we approach life. They empower us to move forward with clarity, resilience, and unwavering focus. By prioritizing what truly matters, honoring our efforts, and pushing through discomfort, we not only reach our goals, but become stronger, more capable versions of ourselves. Success is not a destination, it is a journey that demands consistency, discipline, and a steadfast commitment to our highest aspirations.